Currently nearly 6 p.m. It's 5:45 p.m. September 19th. I thought this was interesting. I just want to point this out. This right here was September 17th. Both of these images were taken simultaneously at the same time frame. This is just radar imagery and satellite imagery of the same event. There's two things going on here. Over here, you have what had formerly 3 different times been tropical Invest 92L, and 4 different times been a tropical disturbance. It had gained attention as tropical disturbance once, became Invest 92L once, then its probabilities got dropped down to 0, then it was no longer even an Invest, and then it strengthened again and became 92L once again, down around the Florida Straits here, and actually before that. But anyway, 3 different times it was Invest 92L, and 4 different times it was tropical disturbance. At this point, it was just a tropical disturbance and about to be downgraded to 0. It wasn't doing much more than rains and light wind, but it was bringing rain into these areas. And this was the 17th of September as it was coming ashore. You can see it coming the East Texas coastline, the Houston region, all the way across here into Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Now, I'm going to play the image here, but I want to point out the second thing that was going on. Over here in this corner, you can barely see it. On both images, though, you can see over in here and over in here the eastern edge of what was at that time frame Tropical Storm Julia. Now, after 92L got to this point, a couple different times along the way, it was trying to form counterclockwise rotation. At this point, it's formed a clockwise rotation. Now, tropical cyclones, one of their characteristics is they have to have a counterclockwise rotation. So you can see it's got a clockwise rotation going on here. But over here in the corner, you can see the counterclockwise rotation of Tropical Storm Julia, which has since moved down out towards the Atlantic and starting on a small arc path downward just slightly at this point. And so we'll watch this again, because what I want to point out is that this motion over here, this counterclockwise motion, in conjunction with this clockwise motion, served to pull this storm over and keep it from rising up. And instead, it just came across, and now this is where it's at now. This same energy, even though it was downgraded and no longer considered an area of investigative interest, the energy from that storm hasn't gone away. The energy from 92L is still, at this time, on the 19th of September, this is it right here. This is what was over here and came across because of this counterclockwise rotation in conjunction with the clockwise rotation that was here, served as an engine of sorts. And you also had a high pressure system up in here, which kept this from really rising up and going across through here, as a lot of these storms would normally do. These systems, when they come in, whether they're cyclones or not, these storm systems coming in out of the Gulf, they'll come up through here and then work their way up through the Mississippi and Ohio valleys. But what this did, because of this counterclockwise rotation and this clockwise rotation, it just kind of came across some. And now this energy right here in the Gulf, that is that right now is the remnants of what has prior, on 3 different occasions, been Invest 92L. And you can see right now the energy that's there. We'll look at the Gulf of Mexico real quickly. Just a second. Okay, there it is now. Okay, you can still see that this is the remnants of Julia. It's now disorganized. It no longer has any counterclockwise rotation. But all of this energy in the Gulf right now, this is from what had previously been on 4 different occasions so far, a tropical disturbance, and on 3 different occasions two different occasions officially named as Invest 92L. There was a third occasion. It was referred to as 92L, but I don't know if it actually became officially recognized a third time. I think it did. I'll have to go back and check. But now this is the thermal satellite, so you can see the actual energy that's taking place. Now you can see, the heat and the rains and the storms. So this is what's going on in the Gulf right now, and this is all of this here. It's back down in the Gulf, which under the right conditions could set the stage for some development. Now, I just thought that was interesting. I thought I'd point that out.